Everybody, it's Lauren from Mardi Gras Designs. I'm coming by today with a kind of complicated video. We're going to do Mardi Gras masks. I think these turned out so pretty. I did these years ago. And yes, I have a tutorial on YouTube. But it's broken up into two pieces, I believe. I've got my paper pattern, but I've also got, this is a cut open piece of a toilet paper roll that I've given it some shape to. That's just my baking form. Okay? If you don't care about the shape of it, don't do it. Alright? I've got an X-Acto, a craft knife, blade, rolling pin. This is Primo Silver. And yes, I just did them all in silver. Don't ask me why. You could probably use black as well. Alright, then I've got, these are just various embossing powders. This one is, oh yeah, right. Roman gold. This is the antique gold line from Ranger. So this one is the Roman gold. They've just got, like, this one is copper. This one is, okay, this one is embossing tinsel, and it's gold. Imagine that. I just picked it because it was sparkly. I believe I've got one of those in silver as well. Yeah. Okay, so we got those. This is tarnished gold, enchanted gold, lots, and they all look different. Gilded gold, African gold, goddess gold, just any variety will work. I'm going for sparkly. I'm going for sparkly. Now, to go under that, you can use mica powder, you can use wax like Inca Gold or the Prima line. Alright, just something to color your clay. So I'm gonna show you both. Okay. Now, this is not quite rolled out as wide as I want it, but I need to stamp it. I'm gonna put this away. It's in my way. So I'm gonna get a couple of stamps. Okay, now these are all texture stamps from Cool Tools. Hey, one of them actually does have a label on the back. These, of course, are silicone, so the sticker doesn't stick really well. Oh, and actually, a bunch of them do. Okay, this one is Dragon of the Sea, made in US, Cool Tools. Okay. And this one is the Seahorses. Okay. This one is Rainy Day, and this one is Raindrops. Love this one. This one is Ginkgo Leaves, and guess what? It's Ginkgo Leaves. Okay, this one is, I have no idea. Bubbles, splatters, something. And same with this one. Okay? Now, one thing to keep in mind is they all have a very open pattern. Okay? This one might have the most closed, but we're going to use it. Okay? Then this one is just years ago. One of my subscribers sent me so much good stuff. But she sent me tons of these red rubber stamps. Now, some of them were on sheets with protective covers on them, and most of those were from I Break for Stamps. Not saying all of them were. But this one in particular, like, I love these tiny little snowflakes. I'm not going to use those, but this star, and then this one, I intentionally kept this one out. It's pine branches. Man, tell me that doesn't have some uses. Okay? So, I don't know. This one looks like a Madonna, but I'm not completely sure about that. It is a woman. I can tell that. So, I'm not sure why the random selection here, but using quite a bit of firm pressure. Okay. Now we'll see. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to cut this out with my X-Acto. And then I'm going to do a couple more. Slow and steady. You just want to follow your pattern. Okay. Now, like I said, this is just for baking. Alright. Now, I'll put that in the oven. I'll bake it 275. It'll probably only take 30 minutes or so because I am going to be rebaking this. Okay? The first thing we got to do is we'll run our thumb just around the edge to smooth that cut. Not the easiest things in the world to open. Alright? So I'm just going to take my finger. You want to use your finger because you can keep your finger flat. Okay? So that it doesn't fill in the tiny little details. Okay. Alright. And I'll go with the blue. Okay. These are a booger to get the lid back on. I am going to be honest with you. Then the purple. Now, I know traditionally Mardi Gras colors are purple, green, and gold. And I haven't put any gold on this. But the embossing powder is going to be our gold. Okay? Okay. Beautiful. I especially love that green. So sparkly. Alright, now I'll bake this 275 for an hour, for 30 minutes. Because it is just thin. Alright? And if I didn't say so before, I did roll it out on the thickest setting on my pasta machine. Which I don't even know what it is. Could be a 1, could be a 9. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to go with the ginkgo leaves and then this, I don't know what it's called. So, you really don't have to worry about even getting complete coverage with your stamps. Alright. Okay. Let's put it back and cut some eye holes. Okay. Now, see what I mean? The spiral leaf design did not go the whole way. But that's alright. Okay. Okay, there's another one. Now, you can just keep going on and on. Trust me. I did. Alright, there's the second one. Let's see what we didn't do. The raindrops. Now, these raindrops... okay, let's see. Okay, I did not worry about how much that rolling that stamp was mashing out the clay because I needed a little extra width. Okay, something like that. And I'm just going to cut it out again. I hope I'm on camera. Now all these scraps we're going to roll out and make the backing. Okay. Now when I'm pulling this up off the glass, I'm being really careful not to stretch it. Okay, because the pattern has enough stretch in it already. Alright, now these other two, let me think. This one needs to be more green. Alright, these other two I'm going to use Finnebar wax on, so I'm not going to mica powder them ahead of time. Alright, so back to the baking. I'm just going to bake this one 275 for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to real quick show you putting the back on. Put a line all around the outside edge and the outside edge of those eyes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say it like I always do. Resist the urge. Don't spread it out. Alright, these first two, I did cut the eyes out ahead of time. Ooh, this one's a better fit. Okay, hey. Okay, it's got a little extra. A little extra length. I really want to hold that because it wants to stretch as you're cutting it. Just glide it. Okay. Now, again, I'm gonna smooth the edge, but I'm really gonna smooth it down this time. Now, like I said, be careful on the corners because it will want to stretch. Okay. I'm going to try to do inside the eyes too. I've just got my excuse me, silicone tool. And I'm just going to round over extra effort to make sure it's making contact. With the clay underneath. Alright. There we go. Now, I'll just bake this along with the last face piece, front piece. Okay. There we go. So, I'll bake these together. And I've already got one done. Alright. So, let's add a little bit my instinct says, okay, sorry about that, y'all. I've been filming so much lately. It's always something like my battery's dead, my SD card is full. This is Prima metallic wax in the white gold. Now, if you buy it nowadays, it doesn't look like this. The current versions come like this. I do prefer this. Okay, so I don't have a short enough nail. Alright, I'm just gonna pick some spots. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the underneath, of course. I want to bring out that pattern. Okay, now, these will need to be sealed. The Prima wax, once it dries, is permanent. But because of the mica powder and everything, you still want to seal it. Now, if you're going to do embossing powder, seal it first. You don't want to have to seal over the embossing powder. So, seal it first. So, let's go ahead and do that. Now, I should have let that wax dry just a little bit longer, but it seems like it's going to be alright. Okay, gotta turn it just right, make sure I've hit everywhere. Okay, it all looks wet to me. Now, I'll turn it over once it dries and hit the back, okay? Okay, and of course I forgot to say that we would need some embossing ink. This is Versamark embossing ink. Right in front of me. This is the one I want. This one is the Goddess Gold, I think. No. Sorry. This one I think is the African Gold. Yeah. I'll get it in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to take my embossing pad, and everywhere there's gold, I'm going to hit it a little bit. Okay. Now this one is a mixture of gold glitter, some silver holographic glitter, and I believe there's some transparent glitter in there too that will give it a more sparse look. I've got an embossing pen. Just do a little scribbling. Okay. Okay. Put the rest of my embossing powder back in the jar. Then with my heat gun that's already hot. Now again, keep it moving. Don't keep it in one spot too long. But any of these metallic embossing powders, especially with glitter, take a bit longer. You know they're starting to work when the gold starts changing. Check that. That needs a little bit longer right there. There it goes. And it is really hot. Alright, and let that cool a little bit. Okay, last thing, I'm going to let this cool just a little longer, is with my little electric drill, I'm going to drill a hole in the very corner so we can put a chain or some ribbon or whatever we want to put. Okay, I did these long with the little beaded section here that they'll dangle down, sorry, below your boobs. So it's got a long chain. Okay. Now I've got 2 more, and I will bring them out and we'll color them together, because that's my favorite part. Okay, coloring in embossing powder. Alright. Okay, on this one I did go back and add a little bit of the, sorry, not the tarnished gold, the copper. I'm just making a big mess. Okay, so that's how that one looks. Now we've got this one. I was thinking, this one is really pigmented and it gets all over me. Where did that dark over there? Okay. Let's try that and the green. Same thing with the blue. This one is really heavily pigmented. Alright. Oh no, no, no. If it ever gets started twisting, it's gonna be twisted. Alright, now let's put a little bit of gold. Which one do we want? There's a aged brass and a vintage gold. The aged brass is just what it says, a lot brassier color. This one is a lot yellower gold. So I really just want to hit a couple of little spots, just like that. What I keep reaching for down here is my towel. Now this is the African gold. Wait a minute. This is the goddess gold. There's too many of them. Now, I'm gonna, because this one does have a lot of clear embossing powder in it to give it more of that scattered-y look. This is going to be pretty. Now let's see. Sorry if I was off camera. This one actually embosses quite a bit faster. Okay, so let's add a little something more. Now that was the let's go with this one. I believe this is the tarnished gold. Yeah. Okay. Now I only added it in very small places this time. But since I don't remember where they were, I'm going to cover the whole thing anyway. I don't want to knock it all off. Ooh. Just in strategic places might have been a bit much. Let me look. Yeah. Now, if I don't shake this off, I'll emboss all that onto my paper. Sorry, I've literally been using this for 2 years or better now. Okay, last one. I'm just gonna do regular Mardi Gras colors. Oh, Let me see. Oh, sorry. This one is sorry, this one is way fresh. Okay, then the green. Then the gold. This gold. This gold is the yellower. Yellower? Is that a word? Okay. Sorry, not sure what happened there. Okay. Oh, sorry, we might ought to get the back too. Did I do the other one? No. You done it the first time. Wouldn't be having to go back and doing this now, would ya? Would ya? Okay. Alright. This one, what did I do? I did the blue. The blue. The green. I'm sorry. Should not intentionally forget this. Okay, and then what color did I use? Okay. Yeah, I'll just pretend I'm back where I was a while ago. It's a messy job, y'all. Okay. Now, I'm gonna that. Roman gold. We've had every other kind, why not? Now this one is a holographic. Okie dokie. Now, my heat gun's not hot yet.